What if humans used 100% of their brain? No one noticed the change at first. It didn't arrive with lightning or explosions, no sudden glow in the sky. It came quietly, like a thought you almost forget before it finishes forming. Ariv noticed it on a Tuesday morning. He was sitting on the edge of his bed, staring at the wall, when his mind suddenly expanded. That was the only way he could describe it. Memories he had forgotten, his first day of school, the smell of rain on hot pavement, a half-remembered lullaby his mother used to hum, rose up together, clear and vivid. At the same time, he understood something else, the exact reason birds flew in patterns, how traffic flowed like water, and why his neighbor always smiled sadly at sunset. It wasn't overwhelming. It was complete. Across the world, the same thing was happening. Doctors found surgeons performing flawless operations without hesitation. Children solved equations no one had taught them yet. Artists painted images that made viewers cry without knowing why. Conversations became sharper, deeper. Lies felt heavier, harder to speak, because everyone could sense the intention behind words. Scientists soon confirmed the impossible, the human brain was no longer holding back. Every region was active, not chaotically, but in perfect harmony. For centuries, humans had debated the myth of using only 10% of the brain. Now, somehow, they were using it all. At first, the world celebrated. Diseases were cured within weeks. Energy crises vanished as new solutions emerged overnight. Wars stopped, not because people were forced to stop fighting, but because they could fully understand the cost of violence. Every decision carried the weight of consequences, felt emotionally and intellectually at once. But with understanding came something else. People could no longer ignore their inner thoughts. Guilt could not be buried. Fear could not hide behind distractions. Every regret replayed with perfect clarity. Some people collapsed under the weight of their own memories. Therapists became guides, helping others navigate minds that now felt infinite. Ariv struggled too. He could feel the emotions of others, not as mind reading, but as deep inference. A single glance told him what someone had lost, what they hoped for, what they feared most. Crowded places became unbearable. The noise wasn't sound, it was meaning. Governments tried to adapt, but power itself changed. Leaders could no longer manipulate easily, the population saw through half-truths instantly. Decisions became collective, driven by shared understanding rather than control. One question echoed everywhere: if we know everything, who are we now? Then came the next discovery. Time did not feel the same. With full brain usage, humans perceived patterns across moments. The past, present, and future were no longer separate boxes, but a flowing structure. People didn't predict the future, they understood probability so deeply that outcomes felt inevitable unless acted upon. Disasters were prevented. Yet free will remained, fragile but real. Humans learned that knowing all possibilities didn't remove choice, it made choice more meaningful. Ariv stood one night on his rooftop, looking at the city lights. He realized something profound. Intelligence had never been humanity's greatest limitation. It was empathy. Using 100% of the brain didn't make humans gods. It made them responsible. Every action now rippled clearly through the web of humanity. Kindness was no longer small. Cruelty could not hide in ignorance. Love was terrifyingly powerful, because everyone understood exactly what it meant to lose it. Over time, the world slowed down. Not because people were less productive, but because they were more intentional. Fewer words were spoken, but each one carried weight. Fewer buildings were built, but each served a purpose. Life became less about speed and more about depth. Children were taught not just facts, but emotional balance. Meditation was as important as mathematics. Sleep was honored. Silence was respected.